starving for connection. Like I went without it for so long. Not having any real deep connection. It's overwhelming when I get to meet somebody who I do feel connected with. It's almost like starving yourself for days. And then you finally get some food and you just want to eat it all really fast. And then you feel stuffed and all gassy. That's maybe not a good analogy. For me, it feels like it's too good, and I want to shy away from it. Like, oh, I'm getting too excited because this girl talked to me and smiling, seems interested in what I have to say. That most people I know or talk to are on a completely different level of understanding. Like as soon as somebody starts talking to me about politics, the weather, what he said or she said, complaining about anything, I'm just like immediately turned off. Despise small talk for sure. And really I'm just now getting to the point where I feel confident in expressing myself and my opinions and what I've come to know to be true. 'Cause I spent most of my life pretty lost as to what the fuck is going on here, why I'm here, why my life is the way it is. But I knew a little bit more than most about some things, so I had this ego inflation as if I was better than others or something. I'm coming to find out the intestinal worms living in my gut, most likely from the time I was born, even in the womb. So I know my mom was never dewormed. She grew up not knowing this stuff, and she had anger problems. My grandpa had anger problems. My dad had anger problems. Everybody was worm infested, and I just inherited that, and I lived most of my life, 43 years, not knowing about intestinal worms. But now that I do know about them and found out that I had them, probably I still have them, I don't think I've fully gotten rid of all of them. So if you have trouble maintaining a positive state of mind, there's a good chance that you may have intestinal worms, parasites in your body. Because if you think about it, if you know anything about the body's nervous system, and you know that there's a vagus nerve that runs from the brain down the neck and into every single organ of the body and into the bowels, into the intestines. And these highly intelligent serpent-like beings that live inside of our gut are able to manipulate our thoughts, emotions, and desires through the vagus nerve. Granted, they wouldn't be there if there wasn't an opportunity for them to come into our bodies. Like carbs, sugar, alcohol. When you consume carbs, sugar, and alcohol, you're opening the door for parasites and worms. Bottom line. I hate to say it because I lived my whole life eating that stuff and I still crave it. Mindful action and desperation for me is what's driving me to do better. Still drink a lot of caffeine. Thank God FitAid decided to make the 200 milligram caffeinated drinks sugar free. And it has stevia, which I believe, I've read some studies. There's not a lot of studies on it, but stevia has been shown to be an anti-parasitic as well. So that's a great sugar substitute for anybody wanting to detox parasites and worms. But now I'm like concerned, like are they gonna start migrating out of my gut and into other parts of my body because I'm not feeding them? I'm sure the liver's got some alcohol stored in it. 16 years of alcoholism for me. Although it's been years since I drank any alcohol. Outside of I had a glass of wine like a year ago. Literally one glass of wine. The most I've drank in the last 4 years has been, I almost turned down the street I lived on as a teenager. I could say honestly, 1 drink a year. Feels good to say that. I struggled with alcohol. That was probably impulses. Bet you when I had that first drink and got drunk and felt all good about it, guess what that was? The worms. The parasites going, oh yes, we got him now. We got that motherfucker. Crazy. Wow. Sitting here in this Jeep, but the silence is making me realize how much ringing is going on in my head. It's pretty wild. I can actually feel pressure in my head and sinuses. Woo! You know how much I've been suppressing all that. But anyway, till next. Much love, everybody.